Hello guys, this is School Creator, and I want to make a response video to the post I made the other day, realizing that the OSC isn't as bad as you think. And it actually did pretty well to share, and some people have been starting to share, and it's causing a bit of a loophole, so I'm going to just make a video to respond to it. So, anyway, recently the OSC has been probably the worst place ever, but I want to explain to you guys the OSC isn't as bad as you think. So let me just start with that there's been this summer had so much fake accused and just like people coming back, like Nevada the X-Tate, Gary, Odyssey 10 making the best comeback ever, and then Booknote just doing some insane stuff. So let me just start from the beginning of controversies. When Animation Area, so his videos are actually pretty decent. Now, I watched Area, I'd never really watched Area because this was 2018. This is probably the earliest controversy I remember. But the problem is with Area, he is so weird. In fact, I don't even want to talk about him, but I'll just make a link to BAO's video called The Hiccups of Area. Yeah, it's that insane that I don't even want to talk about it, but let's just say that it's something about hiccups, alright? So, over the years, there's been controversy around the OSC, around that time, there was also, Lego Boy and Jay, which was probably the worst YouTuber I've seen in the OSC. Probably even worse than anybody who you think is worst. He is racist, just so weird to people, and he's even, I don't know else, but wasn't there, a video of, the Object Terror, which I called him a mollusk 2 years ago, which was kind of just saying he's a weirdo. But hey, I wasn't wrong at all. In fact, I was more right than I thought. So that guy was actually so bad. Guess what he did? So I was reading one of his he's doing the furry community recently, and I was reading a comment with some guy talking about the OSC, and he said the OSC trashed me. They were so rude, and I wish the OSC didn't do anything to me. Bro, didn't you make a very racist TikTok calling some black guy the N-word, and you're some white guy, and then you're calling the OSC trash? Man, we're glad you're gone. And then we got this Gabbo the Planet, which he's the only real criminal. And gotta just want to talk about him for he's a stalker, a doxer, and that's all I'm gonna say about him. So yeah. But 2023 has had its moments with controversy. Now, there was pretty much controversial stuff like Gary and whatnot, but there was some weird weird stuff in 2023, especially the end of the year of Odyssey 10 getting exposed horribly. But we're going to talk about his controversy later. And speaking of which, let's just move on to 2024, which has had some of the worst things I've seen on the internet. Mr. Beast, Chris Tyson, Dr. Disrespect, who else? Some other people get exposed. But the fact that they got exposed for some of the worst things just sets off it's setting off YouTube, and I think they could have done a bit better if people would have shut up. So let me talk about the Object Show itself. So I want to tell you that 2022 was beautiful for me because I came back to the Object Show community feeling better than myself from the past years, because this is basically my 5th year in the OSC, and things haven't been doing so well since I ever came back. But 2024 was the most horrible thing I've seen. So ClankyBot, that guy, he came back from talking about how he's been accused for lots of stuff, and that's actually one of the best comebacks I've seen. That I'm taking lots of this from T.L.Jin's videos, but he said that he never said that ClankyBot really had a good comeback, but I want to be honest, he had a beautiful comeback. So ClankyBot is probably a cool YouTuber again, and I'm always gonna watch Object cringe. I'm sorry for the past, Clanky. But it was so horrifying to see the fact that we believed some idiot in telling like the stuff. Like I nearly cried watching this stuff. What was so sorry about that, but we want to talk about the summer this year. So let's just start with like the this stuff about Book Note, which was probably the most horrible stuff I've seen. So Book Note was exposed for being a freaking a freaking rumor, and I don't want to say that on my channel, but I'm gonna have to. But the fact that there was so much allegations on that, then she put it towards on Derek, and actually she was right. But at the same time, Book Note she said she was in the wrong, and I'm sorry for that door. My brother's just bashing it, but it's so hard to see some of like we thought Book Note was a terrible person, but really she wasn't doing anything really wrong. But I mean, she did the stuff wrong. She wasn't the only one in the wrong. But not only she revealed that, but at the same time, have you heard of Nevada the X-Tate? He came back. But let me talk about the worst thing that happened this summer. The thing that really deserved to be in the OSC is bad. Hypercrystal and Miles Doodle Art. So Miles Doodle Art and Hypercrystal was like so Hypercrystal was Miles Doodle Art just attacked Odyssey 10 for having a bad mental health, and you know what they called him? A groomer. And you don't want to say this, but Odyssey 10 was having terrible mental health problems, and they said, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And then he made a post saying, "Hi, Odyssey 10 ran away from the drama," and now everybody started hating on it for months. And even some people called him freaking like a freaking scumbag. And I'm just there like, I didn't know what happened at the time because I was gone for a while, which I'm not gonna tell why, but the only people, but other people probably know. But Odyssey 10 is got such a good comeback, which probably ruined Miles Doodle Art and Hypercrystal. And they were the only ones that were doing bad stuff. In fact, like they were just being rude to each other. They had their own controversies to each other. So like freaking Hypercrystal tried to expose giant snowball and stuff. And what Theologian said in his video was really cool. But Hypercrystal and Odyssey 10 tried to why am I saying Odyssey 10? I mean Miles Doodle Art. I'm sorry, but like those two, they tried to get like any people, like anybody that was like they knew they were gonna do better than them, they were gonna like push them out of the way and expose them. And the people actually would have believed that because Odyssey 10 in no my god, why did you keep saying alright, so Hypercrystal and Miles Doodle Art were so loved at the time that everybody believed them. And I just feel so bad for it, but I just want to tell some backstory about myself. So, oh my god, my brother keeps bashing that door. Stop it! Okay, so anyway, I made a post saying, if like Trollsy or Hypercrystal will comment on this, do something. And Trollsy did comment, and Hypercrystal didn't. And I told one of my friends, and they meant they did that exact thing, but they got more. And then other YouTubers started doing it, and I was starting to be like, guys, stop. I made that post. Stop taking my ideas, which I do regret. I'm sorry. But one kid started bragging, I got Hypercrystal and Miles Doodle Art to comment. Woo! I wonder how he's feeling now. And not only that, but Greeny Guy just recently got exposed, but he didn't do anything wrong. And also Sakura Guy didn't do anything wrong. Oh my god. So anyway, sorry for all this, but my brother is just doing that. But Sakura and Greeny Guy were also fake, exposed when they were doing nothing wrong. Well, actually, Sakura did something wrong, but they fixed themselves. And that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say here. So the OSC is not as bad as you think, and I'm convincing you it. And I'm so sorry for for the door. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So enjoy yourself. Peace.